In this video, I want to introduce the next assignment, which happens to be you going through a series of Adobe Photoshop tutorials created by Adobe. But before I do that, before I show you, I want to show you some Photoshop resources that are available to you. On our Canvas site, you'll see a section called Resources, and in that section is Photoshop Tutorials and Resources, where you'll find a series of links that will link you to websites that specialize in Photoshop education and Photoshop resources. Also, in Canvas, we have a section called Photoshop Class Tutorials. These are the tutorials that I create and Professor Boskill creates specifically for this course. Now, there are other Photoshop resources available to you provided by Adobe Photoshop. You can find those from within the Photoshop application. So here you see I'm in Adobe Photoshop's home screen, and if you notice the Help menu at the top, and if you open that menu, you'll see Photoshop Help and Photoshop Tutorials. These are good resources as well. Unfortunately, I can't show them to you right now because I tested those links before I started this video, and they don't work right now. Apparently, Adobe is trying to set things up differently. But I'm sure that by the time you are looking at this, these will be functioning for you and you can check them out. Also, you'll notice over here in the left-hand column is the Learn section. If you click on that, it'll show you a series of videos that Adobe Photoshop provides for you. Now, if you're not seeing this, it's probably because you're not displaying the home screen. If you want to display the home screen, you have to make sure that in Preferences, there's a checkbox that is not checked. If you go to Adobe Photoshop CC menu at the top, Preferences, then General, you'll notice that there's an option there called Disable the Home Screen. If that is checked, you're not going to see the home screen that's showing on my screen right now. So if you want your Photoshop to function like mine, you want to make sure that that is disabled. With that disabled, you're going to get the home screen. What about this next assignment? Adobe has a tutorial section on their website, Photoshop Tutorials, and as you can see, there are a number of Photoshop tutorials available to you. In this class, we are going to go through the first series called Get Started. This is your next assignment, to go through these 10 sections of Photoshop's Get Started course. I'm going to open up the first one just to show you basically how they work. As you can see, there's some instructions here at the top, and then you can download the files that they're using in order to follow along. And when you download the files, you open up Photoshop, you watch the videos, you look at the instructions, and you follow along in these step-by-step instructions to complete whatever it is that they're trying to teach you. And when you're done, I'm going to have you submit some files in order to prove that you have gone through that particular module of this Get Started course. So the links to all this stuff are going to be down below, and each module is going to be a separate assignment. So you'll see that as you look down below, you're going to see 10 different assignments that you're going to be working on this week. So if you have any questions or any problems, just make sure you message me or contact me through the discussion, and I will get to you as quickly as I can. Have fun and enjoy getting to know Photoshop.